of banana fish. Ooh. We're good to go. We most certainly are good to go. So yes. Ow, my back just died. So she have retouched, she covered volume 9 of Banana Fish. Where we left off last time, she kind of got to the fight between Ash and Arthur. I believe we're kind of getting to the point in which I believe it's episode 12? Was it episode 13? Let me have a quick look. I swear it's episode 12. It's this is the bit just before. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Right, so I guess 13. So we're on episode 13, about midway through at this point. So yes, it's been quite a while since I actually covered Banana Fish. To apologise. It's just sometimes my brain tends to kind of wander a little bit. And I thought to myself, since we've got, I believe, 9 volumes to go at this point, I thought to myself, might be better actually just kind of cover a volume a day until we actually kind of catch up until the ending. I guess hopefully, if all goes well, if we don't do My Birthday plus Christmas Day and run up all the way off that point to the end of the year, we should just be able to get it done. If not, if anything should arise in the meantime, what I'll probably do is probably might cover 2 volumes in one day. So yes, anyways, actually put on Twitter, actually gone live. So go live for chapter, well, this volume really. It's really annoying these ones that actually include chapters because it's like it kind of confuses my brain. Don't know why. I'm just like, my brain's just like, is it chapter or is it volume? Right. So anyway, let's begin. Quit running away and fight me. That means fair and square for once. Got it? Yeah, loud and clear. Sounds good to me, man. Now we can finally face off without our ghost getting in the way, huh? Boss. Pull over immediately. I repeat, pull over and come to a complete stop immediately. This is patrol car 3. We're pursuing a group of dangerous, reckless drivers. Request for reinforcements ASAP. Shit, just what we need. We're splitting up. Y'all take different routes and shake them off. Yeah, got it. Hang on, Ash. Don't you die now. They're breaking off. We need reinforcements immediately. Roger, sending in another unit. Charlie, let's go. Attention all officers. This is Air Patrol. We've arrived on scene. Commencing vicinity search for suspect vehicles. Officers require assistance in pursuit of a group of drivers. Vehicles moving with extreme recklessness heading south through Brooklyn, and all Brooklyn officers in vicinity are requested to provide backup. Repeat, all patrol cars in vicinity are requested to provide backup. This is Air Patrol. The vehicles have now split into several groups, all of them southbound on different routes. Formation unknown. Repeat, southbound different routes towards Coney Island. I always kind of get the vibes of the Warriors at this point in the manga, and also in the anime as well. I don't know why. It's very fitting because if I remember correctly, the entirety of the entirety of the Warriors leads towards Coney Island, when the final face-off takes place. And you're gonna ask, do you want to know why I hate you so much? See, I never cared if everyone called me a rat or a scumbag, and of course a dog boy. If at the end of it all I had the chance to wipe you out of my sight. You know what? You know why, huh? Yeah, but that's not my fault. True. You know, you're absolutely right. You probably never wanted it that way. But that just makes me hate you all the more. I feel that with every fucking nerve in my body. Ernie, stop the train. Right, boss. The hell's that? You got a knife? Swiped one off one of your dead pals. This place reeks of blood, man. Let's go outside. Hey! The boss ain't at East Broadway Station no more. We just heard it ourselves. Come on, get in. You wanna go where the boss is, right? AG is so baby, it's beyond belief. Guess it all on this now. Pigs flying all over the road tonight. If the boss gets arrested, he's fudged this time for sure. Faster, go faster. You crazy? We go any faster, we'll wipe out. Damn. Wait, what does it sing? Look, the train stopped. Huh? What's going on? Shit, that's practically smack between two stops. We're gonna have to either turn back or keep going. Get our bikes into the station up on the tracks. Huh? Feeling a little peaked? Looks like you got a bad leak on the looks like you got a bad leak on the shoulder. That word always gets me. Shoulder is the one that always gets me. Let me make it all the better. Yeah. Go to hell. Ah. Where are they? Up there. Ash is bleeding pretty bad, huh? That ain't good. The longer this lasts, the better it is for Arthur. Let's just hope the cops don't show up. You're dead, Ash. Ash! It kind of sucks when you think about it, because inadvertently AG does impede Ash sometimes. It reinforces the fact of the idea of the concept that sometimes AG is the Achilles heel of Ash. When in fact we know as an audience it's not kind of that in its own way. It's a very different way of exploring it, because it's, while technically AG does in theory help Ash a lot, at the same time it kind of alludes to the idea that possibly maybe it's the Achilles heel of his character. But at the same time, it's what rises him above where he was. It's what gets him out of the place he was. So technically speaking, it's kind of the different way of looking at it. It's more of an organic, kind of realistic way. It's not in the sense that this character is just there for the sake of being there. He's actually just impeding the character to the point of just like, please just stop it. No, it's not that at all. It's a little bit more than that. Stop it! Die! Oh, he got him! See? That's the thing. While in some cases, AG does him for impede Ash, he does him for also help him as well. It's that kind of dichotomy, I guess, or juxtaposition between what you expect it to kind of happen and what it doesn't, what you don't expect to actually happen afterwards. It's very well done. He did it! Yeah, boss! Ash! 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 Go back to Japan. Huh? Way to go, Ash. You're the man. I don't want you seeing this. Put your hands on your head. Stay where you are, or we'll open fire. The cops! Don't move! Ow, that hurt. Lay off of me, man. We didn't do nothing. Freeze! Drop the knife. Ash, don't try anything. You're completely surrounded. Yeah, right. Like I have the energy to try anything. Ash! What did you go arrest us for? We didn't do shit. Yeah, we were just watching, man. Shut up, face down on the ground and spread your arms and legs. Watch it. Watch it. What the hell did I do? You watch it. The charge is rotting, all right. Charge is rioting, all right. I gotta say, that is one die-hard mother. Boss, you do anything to the boss, you're dead. Hey, where you taking Ash, man? Ash, move. Ow. Hey, kid, where do you think you're going? Ash! Stop right there. Get back. Let me go. I go together. I am his friend. Huh? Ash! Ash. Get over here. Don't try anything funny. That dumbass, he just got himself canned. Canned? Yeah, canned. Sorry, it's because I haven't seen these words before in my life. It's a problem. I haven't seen his words. I'm actually kind of I'm learning new words, so I actually kind of read his manga. No, don't even think it. Just be alright. Be alright, Ash. All of these by himself. Unbelievable. Who is this guy? Rambo? Technically speaking, kinda is. Charlie, we're going. Yes, sir. I'm worried about Ash's condition. Hospital's probably a zoo. The media's got to be on to the story by now. Right. I grant it was self-defense, but still, your fangs and claws are just too sharp, Ash. Get out of the way. Clear the hall. People coming through. All set in the operating room? Almost, Doctor. Hurry up. He's got a few minutes left at the most. Damn, that's the TV crew out there. How'd they get here so fast? Don't let them into the hospital. Any questions about this case? It's no comment. Got it? Yes, sir. Passengers on Air France flight 605 departing at 7:45. Please proceed to gate 16 for immediate boarding. He's late. What the hell are they doing? You don't think Ash changed his mind at the last minute, do you? Maybe it's not Ash. Maybe Achan changed his mind. Actually, I'm still not sure about this myself, Max. I don't know if it is really the right thing to tear those two apart. Is that really what is best for Achan? Shinichi. I was only thinking about the danger to Achan of letting him stay with Ash. But now I'm asking myself if it's the right decision. I brought Achan to America with me because he was suffocating in Japan. Once he got here, he really came alive. I was so happy to see the change in him. Especially after he met Ash. Everything about them was different. Their country, their race, the way they grew up. But in Ash, AG found a real friend. Probably the best friend he ever had. And now, look, I'm trying to tear them apart. So, just to prevent him from getting hurt, maybe I'm sure to hurt him. Maybe running away from danger is not always the right answer for a person, you know. It's a tough call. Yeah. Hey, I totally understand what you're saying, but look, the kind of danger we're talking about is on a different level from anything in Japan, you know. Yeah, I know, but turning now to the story of a dozen dead or wounded are reported in rioting by street youths. The incident took place in Brooklyn only this morning. Police have made a number of arrests, but disturbances are reported to continue in the vicinity even at this hour. The cause of unrest seems to have been a clash between youth gang leaders whose rivalry police sources believe to be behind the recent violence that has rocketed downtown Manhattan. Huh? Further details are still forthcoming, but here is a scene in Coney Island, the site of this morning's incident. Huh? I also realised next Thursday is actually the anniversary of the last episode of Banana Fish. I thought I actually made that known as well. So it's actually the last episode next Thursday. I guess this Thursday coming. Next Thursday? Yeah. I believe. No, wait a second. No, it's this Thursday. This Thursday is actually the last episode. Ooh. Police moved in to arrest a large number of juveniles who have converged on the area with violent behaviour, including throwing rocks and debris. The NYPD is responding to this incident with, "Damn! If I die, will you keep working on this?" Huh? If I die, will you keep on working on this? What kind of question is that? Nah, forget it. Sorry about that. There was something about the way he said it. What didn't I realise? I am so stupid. Max? We're going back to Shinichi. AG isn't going to show up, huh? He's got to be with Ash. Ash and Arthur. That was their final showdown. What? 21st Precinct. I know that voice. It's Ava, right? This is Max Lobo. I gotta know where Charlie and Inspector Jenkins went. Ava, please. I'll make it up to you. I swear. Tiffany, Chanel, whatever you want. Is it true that the prime suspect in recent gang killings has been brought to this hospital? Hey, back off. You're blocking the entrance. We understand he's been seriously injured. Would you describe his condition as critical? Can you confirm if he's still alive? No comment. No reports inside the hospital. Got it? Can't have the commotion. Yes, sir. Inspector Jenkins. Inspector, just a few words. Is it true that police opened fire on the youths? Later, sorry, but we'll be holding a press conference later. Move aside, you're in the way. Inspector, where is he? Inside? Huh? The suspect? Yeah, yes sir, he just entered the operating room. The doctor said his chances of making it are 50-50. Well, he is an important suspect. And he's also the only witness we've got. We need to put him under special guard. Anesthesia? He's fully unconscious now. Pulse 661, blood pressure is 75/42. God damn it, that's actually pretty low. Gotta be honest. God damn, I wish my blood pressure was actually kind of on that, not on that line. It's actually borderline like dying, but around there. That's low. Has he had a transfusion? Yes, 800 CCSs. Is it? Yeah, I don't know what CCS actually is. Give him another 200. Muscles are relaxed. All right, let's go. He's lost a lot of blood. Let's start with a ligature on the abdominal aorta. Scalpel. I don't know medical words either. Don't look at me like that. No. I'm a murderer, okay? I told you before, I kill people. The patient. Look at that. He's crying. Maybe he's still got a little human being left. For Christ's sake, they said he killed 30 people. And yet it's our job to save his life. AG. Forceps. Here. Man, I'm hungry. We didn't even do nothing. So what are we in here for, pigs? I don't want you seeing this. Go back to Japan. What do you mean by that? I don't have the time to be hanging around this place. If only I could be with him right now. Charlie, Max, Shinichi, what in the world? We'll explain later. But if you're here, then is he? Ash was stabbed by Arthur. It's critical. But Arthur's dead. Ash killed him in the fight. It's an abdominal wound. A lot of internal bleeding. They got him in the OR right now. Can I save him? I don't know, Max. The doctor said his odds are 50-50. Holy. Charlie, have you seen A-chan? He might have been there at the fight. Huh? A.G. was there? At Coney Island? They hauled in every single kid that was at the scene. They took in dozens. What? It was pandemonium. I don't even know where they took them to. Well, find out for us. Will you just think about what might have happened to him? Stuck with those punks. Can't do it, Max. I can't leave the hospital. I'm on the guard here to protect Ash. You mean? Now is the time, Max. You know how many people have tried when he was healthy. They'll never have better chance than this. Ash. Not here. City Hall's in Papadino's pocket. I to get him out of here. Huh? Move Ash. He isn't safe here. That's why we're here to protect him. He's an important witness, and unfortunately he's also a leading suspect. Charlie, how do I explain it to him? What is it, Max? Take it easy. We've got this covered. How do I tell this Boy Scout here that the city and the mob are in bed together? Max. Oh, Inspector. What are you... Charlie. Well, Inspector. Yes, well... Forget it for now, anyway. He's coming out of surgery. Let's go. Yes, sir. He has a real will to live. The wound punctured the peritoneal and the punctured the abdominal or aorta. That's the main pipe down there. Ordinarily, that much loss of blood would have been enough to do him in. He's a wary kid, but he's stronger than he looks. So he's going to be alright? Too soon to say. Let's just say he survived the operation. His will there. The rest depends on his body. Hey man, why are you letting us out of this dump? I got a right to call my counsel, Mr. Officer, man. You worried about Ash? Ash ain't gonna die today. Ain't no way a punk like Arthur could kill Ash. I'm starting to think ain't nobody could kill Ash. Maybe if they caught him unawares, but he ain't the one to be unaware. I hate this manga so much. It says it right. That whole entire panel foreshadows the whole entirety of the ending. he caught on in the station. He caught on in the station for either one of us, and you cognizant little mother. Sing so ling in there. Sing so ling in there? That's me. What do you want? Outside, you're being released. Huh? Now, what he do to get the doorman service? What about my boys? None of your business, kid. Come outside. I need to sneeze. Ah, my nose. I don't need to sneeze. I was like, I need to sneeze. Sing. Just be cool. I'll find out what's up. I'm going to get you out of here. Eiji Okamura. Is there an Eiji Okamura here? Outside. Huh? Alright, both of you, follow me. Haven't seen you around. What's that you claiming? I am a Japanese. I'm a friend of Ash. Friend of Ash's? Hey, quiet, no talking you two. Huh? Cops in Japan play Big Boss Man too. Hey, didn't you hear me? We're awaiting you, please. Sing So Ling, how extraordinary that you should have found a way to disgrace that name still further. Well, it's you. Huh? Hey, what? Let me go. Huh? No, let me go, stop. Hey, why him? Just who the hell is... Just get in, will you? We'll talk later. I thought I told you not to get involved with Ash. I'd appreciate if you kept your nose out of my business. Look, I know you saved my life before, but that doesn't mean you can tell me what to do with it, okay? Your admiration for Ash is understandable, but I can't have you causing us any more trouble. What? Since when am I an admirer? Be honest with yourself. You're drawn to strength, aren't you? Worship, defiance, complicated emotions, aren't they, Sing? Talk all you want, man. It's your car. Look, what about my boys? You ain't gonna let them rot in there, are you? Relaxing. I'll make arrangements for their immediate release. While you're at it, could you spring a guy named Kane Blood? Kane? Do you know him? Sort of. Very well. Then him too. Welcome home, Master. Welcome back, Master. Wang Long called. He would like to meet with you urgently. Brother Wang Long? Lock up the Japanese boy, but no roughness, mind. Treat him rather as an odd guest that must be kept safe. Yes, Master. Brother Hua Long? You know you shouldn't leave your room. I know. It's all right. I'm here now. Let's be a good boy and get back to your room. What is it, Sing? What is it? What did you do? My brother's very ill, but it's like he's a different person. You want to say? One entirely different from the arrogant, ambitious, self-assured, and insufferable Li Hua Lung that you once knew. You are correct. Sing, he has become a new man. Well, more of a puppet, to be quite frank. You see, his trouble functioning when I'm not around to give him a gentle tug. What's the matter, Sing? I thought you hated my brother. Oh, but that's all right. So do I. I'm sorry, Inspector Jenkins, but in his present condition, I can't permit any interviews. Doctor, I don't intend to interrogate him or anything. I just want to see how he's doing. I understand, but while the surgery was a success, the fact is he remains in critical condition. In any case, he's only intimately conscious. Under the circumstances, as physician, I can't permit anyone to see him, Inspector. Then when can we see him? He's been moved out of an ICU into a convalescent ward. That's if he makes it. Alright, Doctor, I guess we have no choice. But I will insist on leaving an officer here to guard him. I don't have any objections to that. Though I can't imagine what he could possibly do in his condition. Is it true that the kid is some sort of mafia killer? He just doesn't look well, you know. Judge that kid by how he looks, Doctor, and I guarantee you'll regret it. I speak from experience. That sound. What is it? Where am I? Who is that? I can't move. Ugh, feel too heavy to move. I'm wondering if I'm dying somewhere. I remember everything, but it's peaceful. I see it again, but there isn't any pain. That's how death lifts anyway, doesn't it? Gently. Leave the weight of joy and sorrow alike down in that bed. No one fits in the description. I'm sorry, but that was the last place on the list. None of the stations have AG in custody. You have proof positive that he was there at the scene. No proof, but I'm sure he was there. I've got to agree. Knowing that kid, I'm sure he went. Well, I suppose there's a possibility he evaded the roundup. Yeah, hey, thanks, Norris. We'll just keep looking. I've got an idea where he might be. Wow, I never guessed such a high-class apartment. They lived here? Now, how they manage this? Hey, Shinichi, over here. See that building across the street? It's the property of one Dino Golzine. What? The Corsicans have their offices on the 5th and 6th floors. It's another reason I couldn't tell you about this place. Had to keep visitors down. Right in front of Goldzine's office? That is some balls. Who's there? Alright, come out already. Achan? You're Max Lobo, right? Who? We're Ash's crew. But there was no one. If you know what happened to the boss, tell us. Ash is alright. He's at St. Thomas Medical Center. Phew, he's okay? You said Achan just now. You mean Eiji, a Japanese kid? Huh? Yes, we're looking for him. Is he with you guys? I wish. Man, he got scooped up by the police. What? Can't be. We just went through every single station in the city, and none of them was holding a Japanese kid. I'm telling you what I saw. They tossed him in the paddy wagon down at Coney Island. But then, what the hell? Where did Achan go? My, just look at this. Just look at that face. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat you. Let me out. Why'd you lock me up in here? I'm thinking you for getting me out of jail, but I must go somewhere now. What difference would it make? Let's say you did go to Ash. There's nothing you could do for him. You know about Ash? Of course I know. I know many things that you don't know. He made it through surgery. He's receiving the best possible treatment. Ash isn't one to die at the hands of Arthur's like. Good, but I also have some small bad news. Monsieur Goldzine's coming back apparently, perhaps as early as next week. What? Of course, we can expect that certain information has reached him, such as Ash Link's not yet dead, but seriously wounded and unable to move. Yes, I imagine those lips of his emitting a vulgar smack in anticipation of sticking the knife in. Where are you going? Out. I can't stay here doing nothing. As opposed to not staying here and doing nothing? You're of no use to Ash, AG. His friend, his comrade, don't make me laugh. It's all about flattering yourself. What in heaven's name do you think you are, boy? Compared to the matchless Ash Lynx. Let me tell you something. Ash doesn't need friendship. He's a wild animal, a beautiful wild animal, totally free and incapable of being dominated. For him, people fall into one of two categories: absolute follower or adversary. He has no need for anyone else. Why? More than useless, you'd be an impediment to him. You don't even understand that. Not very bright, are you? What's the matter? You look rather stunned. Many times I get no respect from someone younger than me. But this is the first time someone is so tall to me as an enemy. Why are you so? You really are incredibly irritating. You're also a man of two categories. People either seem to wish to protect you like Ash, or they really want to tear you to shreds and work the gore into the ground with a boot heel. It's just that effect you have. I belong to the latter group, unfortunately. In this world, there are those who possess pure and simple malice, you know. Well, it's beyond dear Achan's imagination, I'm sure. So, what should I do with you? Ugh. Oh, Steve. Don't sound too thrilled, Max. Jeez, how late did you sleep in? Hey, go easy on me, Steve. Had a hard day yesterday. Didn't get to bed till early morning. William Dessinger got bumped off. What? Dessinger, Dino Gold's financial consultant, the lawyers in charge of making it look like his tax shelter goose lays golden eggs. They found him floating in the East River this morning, rotted beyond recognition. They said it was god-awful to see. Still, his driver's license in his jacket pocket, though the coroner said he's been dead at least a month. No further details until they're done with the autopsy. So he wasn't away on business. If the body really turns out to be his... No. Okay, assuming it is him, what did they off him? Either they found out we're on his trail, or he got greedy and tried to blackmail someone. He's either a total moron covering his own ass. No, not to destroy his evidence. As for Dino Goals, word is he's coming back next week. Jesus. According to my sources, he screwed up some business matters so badly he's been cut loose from the union course. He'll be on the East Coast to tie up loose ends, but until they send out a replacement for him. That's not the only reason he's found out Ash's condition. Hey Max, you listening to me? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, bye. Bad news, Dino Goldzine's coming back. Goldzine back? That worse news. I hate the rain. Go ahead, Inspector Jenkins. Hey, how you feeling? Guess I missed out on dying again. Don't be talking like that. You're very lucky you survived. Well, we'll see about that. Do you remember everything that happened? I sure do. You're 18 now, not a minor anymore. I was expecting the law to protect me. I've ignored it all my life. I sure as hell don't plan on hiding behind it now. Alright, just so we're clear on that. You get some rest now. I'll be leaving an officer here to guard you, so keep that in mind. You mean to watch me, right? I said to guard you, Ash. Jeez, listen to him. Can't believe that boy was on the brink of death just a couple of days ago. He's the toughest kid I've ever met. I don't know, I mean, just for once, I'd like him to show a little weakness. If New York still had the death penalty, I bet he'll ease down on the chair. He'll ease down on the chair like it was a chintz sofa. You really focus on the important stuff, don't you, Charlie? Huh? Don't take your eyes off of him. Got it? He may be seriously injured, but you can't take any chances with this kid. Yes, sir. But Inspector, what? Are you sure that this kid's that, well, the Al Capone Jr. we've been after? Yes, I am, officer. Are you asking permission to get his autograph? No, sir. Oh, man. Hey, G, I guess he didn't go back to Japan. Oops, excuse me, officer. Could you let us through, please? We have to see the patient. Hi, how you feeling, Ash? Okay. We're going to be taking care of you here, alright? I'm Sally, nice to meet you. And I am Brenda. I'm Caroline. Mary Lou, hi. Hi? We've already decided on our shifts, alright? I come on first, and I'm on second. I'm on the third shift. I'm on the fourth. So whenever you need to know you need to know what, just call us, okay? What do you mean? Double uh-oh. This, of course. Just do me a favor and get me out of here. I'll take prisoner over this any day. They won't even let me take a leak by myself. There's a toilet right in the room, a couple of feet from the bed, and they won't let me use it. Some crap about how it's bad for my wound. Look, it's a fact that you've been seriously injured. Give me a break. Seriously injured? It's just a scratch. I'm totally fine. A wound that penetrates to the penetratum is hardly a scratch, Ash. It's true that doctors here are amazed by your resilience, but what is this place? A massage parlor? I'm telling you, these nurses are all over me. I'm sick and tired of being fondled, okay? Just keep them away from me, please. Alright. Excuse me, Inspector Jenkins, could you Sure, I'll see you later. Though being a pretty boy, tough being a pretty boy, ain't it? You seen AG? Has he been here? Huh? Yeah. But we can't let you see anyone from outside the hospital who isn't part of the investigation except your lawyer. Hey, what are we supposed to do? You're a criminal suspect. We can't just let anybody come in here. You got to see that. Phew, that was close. Hope he didn't smell a rat. That kid's got sharp instincts. In here, please, but I have to insist on police officers being present. Fine. What is it? This here is Mr. Harper from the DA's office. As helper, Inspector. Yes, well, he's got some things he wants to ask you, Ash. Over here, Mr. Harper. Harper? An IQ test? Yes, a little counselling. Don't worry about it. It's really just a formality. The law requires it in a case of this sort. You mean you want to find out if I'm suitable case for journals or just a garden variety wacko? You're very funny. Look, don't take this personally, young man. This is purely routine. By the way, can you read? What do you mean? Well, do you know the alphabet? And what about numbers? I'll manage. Well, if there's any words or phrases you don't understand, just go ahead and ask me, okay, Ash? It was very kind of you. Helper, pronounce asshole. Wasting everyone's time. You know Ash isn't psychotic, and ain't no PhD, but I'd say he's got an IQ quite a bit higher than that moron. Well, that's just the way bureaucracy works, Charlie. What's the matter? I was just thinking, how can you expect someone who started being sexually abused at the age of 8, for God's sake, to have a respect for authority? Fine line between offender and victim. It's hard to know where to draw it. Mr. Harper, I have a question. As helper, what is it? Some word you don't understand? Now, I'm having trouble with the structure of the question itself. If we turn to page 15. Higher mathematics? The last question on that page, I thought this might be a Fibonacci sequence, but in that case, look here, 3 should be followed by 5, but instead they've got it followed by 6. So then I'm assuming there would be a formula fx that would generate an arbitrary value, and I got fx equals 0.51796 except 0 xpc 0.480512x. Huh? But this is a course of approximate formula gradually giving rise to an error as the value of x increases, so I got all confused. Level with me, Mr. Harper. Is it possible that the 6 is in fact a misprint? Or might this be a new theoretical approach which I'm not familiar with? You've got to understand, I never even made it through elementary school. I see. Let's not worry about it, okay? Everything beyond page 10 is strictly optional. Why don't we move on to the next test? What does this look like? Your wife. An IQ of 180, that's something else. I remember this boy. Goldstein practically priced him out on the market. $2,000 he wanted for one night with his kid. 2,000 good American dollars, for Christ's sake. He was probably using the boy's service himself. Didn't want to share him with anybody. He was the best looking one there. And now he turns out to be some kind of Einstein. I mean, what a waste putting those brains in a head like that. I mean, when all he's ever gonna use for it is blowjobs. But I tell you, girls, I screwed up this time. Make no mistake. Now what I want to know is how does that affect our plans? We put a lot of money and effort into this project. Can't have it go up in smoke. Rest assured that won't happen, Senator. Do you know, Goldstein may lose his position in the Corsican organization, where that's purely an internal matter on their side. This will have no effect whatsoever on our project. Well, this kid must be got rid of first thing. We don't want him talking to anybody. But we've been requested by Goldstein to turn the boy over to him if he's captured alive. You can see it, and it's understandable. He wants to take care of him himself, considering he's the source of all his troubles. We don't have the time for that Goomba revenge crap. This is about much more than Goldstein. He's just a gangster. I stand to lose a hell of a lot more than him if that boy remains alive. The kid is a walking time bomb, and I could of all of us And all of us could get blasted to pieces, you understand? He's in a hospital bed. How harder could it be? Like I said, it's just bad luck for him having those brains. He'd have lived longer with only a pretty face. Time for his injection. Okay. What happened to Sally? Oh, you're awake. I'm sorry, I didn't want to disturb you. Sally is the one on duty for my afternoon injection. Who are you? She had something come up today, so I took over her shift. What's in the syringe? Why'd you ask? I'm just curious to see if you even know. You're not a real nurse, are you? Ooh. Hey, what's going on in here? Watch out, she's got a gun. Who sent you? Who sent you, damn it? I don't go easy on women, alright? You got 5 seconds to tell me who ordered this, and then I'll break your neck. Damn, poison. What was that? I heard gunshots. Huh? I didn't do this. The woman was impersonating a nurse tried to kill me. She's also the one who shot the officer and then killed herself. He's still alive. Let's get him down to the ER. I'll take your word for it now. I didn't see any trauma on this woman. It does look like some kind of poison. Hey, old man. How do you know she was fake? She was a fake. Her smell. Smell? Was she wearing some kind of perfume? No, the opposite. There was no smell on her at all. Everybody smells of something: shaving cream, body lotion, things you use just naturally stay on you. That's if you live like a normal person, but she has nothing like that. And that's the first rule of professional killers learns: don't leave any trace of yourself behind. That's the first rule I learned anyway, from Dino Goldzine, of course. But this time, the rule killed her, not me. Rawness is scrubbed down with disinfectant. Huh? Force of habit's a scary thing, isn't it? She didn't know her patient very well, did she? What is it? Ash! Hey! Huh? Hey, kid, are you alright? Are you in pain? Of how he was like, I don't want to get up, and then when he does get up and actually exerts himself, he does inferior wound himself. Man. Damn, what happened? Looks like his wound opened up. Get a doctor in here. It's no big. Don't talk, you'll start bleeding. There's no way we can move him now. Move him now, he'll die. Damn it, how do we get him out of here before Goldzine comes back? Didn't succeed? I'm sorry to say, no. The professional we hired had an impeccable record. That's enough. And you said the officer guarding him was wounded. That's another monkey wrench. The last thing we want is to arouse interest. Tell the NYPD to pull out of this. We have no choice. Impeccable record. Can't even find someone qualified to take care of one little kid. Dr. Mannerheim has offered to take him off our hands. The lab apparently is interested in him. The lab? What use would that be to them? Maybe Mannerheim's interested in him, huh? A young lad with a head like that. The youth are the scientific interest to him, he said. Well, do it, just as long as he's eliminated. So, did the syringe contain a poison? Not poison as such, Inspector... Holy moly. Holy moly, that's a long name. Right, so... Whoo! Right, so... I've got to go and Google this, actually, to be honest. So, Google... God, that's a long name. Oh, man. Right, let's have a look. Sixocoline? Dr. Sixocoline is his name. Oh, it wasn't. It's not even his name. God damn, I'm an idiot. It's actually acid. It's cycloxylene chloride. It's something we use often when in, inserting a breathing tube. Sucksy what? Don't bother to repeat it. Just tell me what it does. Oop. Among other things, in a dose containing that syringe, it paralyzes the respiratory muscles, resulting in hypoxia. The brain stops receiving oxygen, the majority of its cells are destroyed, and the patient becomes brain dead. In other words, she was trying to kill him. Well, again, Inspector, I would distinguish brain death from death in the sense that okay. Now, what about her? What was the cause of death there? No question about poison there. Death due to ingestion of hydrogen cyanide compound. She seems to have had the capsule ready between the back of her teeth. It works faster on an empty stomach because of the acids. Doctors, why can't they just explain things to you straight and simple? But I have to say, they thought things out. The drug in that syringe gets used in surgical anesthesia, plus the body metabolizes it fast. Not so obvious then in any autopsy. Therefore, no evidence of foul play, even if it's suspected, and I see his point about brain death, so long as they made sure he can never talk or testify. When you consider how badly he was wounded, nobody would suspect a thing. They took advantage of the hospital being the site of the hit. Yeah, you could call it God damn it! Ingenuity. You could also call it underhanded and ruthless. You know, Charlie, I really don't like tricky bastards. They turn my guts the way your standard hood doesn't. I'm with you there. How you feeling? You scared the fudge out of me yesterday. God, I'm glad you're okay. The doctors couldn't believe it. They said they never had a post-op go on a rampage like that. Hey, I needed the exercise. What I do here is eat and sleep. Cut the tough guy act, Ash. You're real pale. It's driving me crazy. My body just won't let me do what I want. As long as you stay here, the same thing's gonna happen again. I don't know how high Dino goals and political connections go, but I'm sorry to say you can't trust the NYPD. I already know that. But this one wasn't ordered by Goldzine. What makes you say that? If it was him, the hypo would have been full of anesthetic, and I would have woken up in some place I really didn't like. The opportunity to get him back in his little, the opportunity to get me back in his little hands was there. No way that old pervert would have let it slide. But how much fun would it have been torturing a vegetable? No, it wasn't him. Got to admit, it does make some sense. Speaking of my papa, I'm sure you'll be delighted to hear he's due back soon. When? Don't know exactly, but from what I heard, it could probably be as early as next week. Huh? Maybe he found that good taxidermist. What? Oh, nothing. Look, about Goldzine, what did you say to this? I'm thinking of tossing a grenade his way. That double set of goose books you gave me, I'm going to hand them to the IRS. And then what? It leads them to a murder investigation. Remember that lawyer you lifted from the files from? Dessinger? Yeah, they pulled his body out of the water a couple of days ago. What? He was the guy in charge of laundering the Corsican's cocaine profits. Right, well, someone punched a few holes in him and then let him sink into the East River. Nice little scandal, wouldn't you say? I would. Well, time this bomb to go off just as Goldzine gets back to New York. Let's see how he reacts. Should be fun. He's not the only one who'd be scrambling. Exactly. That's another one of my aims. If Max, you said you could talk to Ash, Charlie. Gee, what the hell were you two whispering about? Sneaking in here like this. I don't like it. Inspector Jenkins said I could talk to him for a little while. Inspector Jenkins? I bet he did. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Where is he? He's not here. Chief called him back to the station. Now get out. Alright. I'm going to get you out of here. Just watch your back till I do. You? Hey, trust your old dad. See you soon. Dad's son? Whatever, guy's obviously going through a midlife crisis. Wonder what's keeping him away. Oh? Eiji? I told him not to come here. Remember what I said before? We couldn't let him see you, even if he did, so you know. Did I just say Eiji? I didn't think I did. Oops. You got me there. Guess I just, well, assumed way off base, huh? Why don't I let you get some rest now? FBI? That's right, we're taking over the investigation for the NYPD as of today. Thank you for your work, Inspector. But sir, what's going on? Simply put, Jenkins, as of today, we have nothing more to do. We have nothing more to do with the matter. This incident took place in our jurisdiction. This incident, yes, but the investigation goes wider than us. New Jersey has sent us an extradition request for the attack on the Goldseye Mansion. This is an interstate case, Inspector. That's why we're involved. Plus, there's the mental condition of the suspect. Mental? What are you talking about? This gentleman is Professor Mayer of the Columbia University Medical School. We asked him to do a psychiatric evaluation of the suspect. I reviewed the results of this test he took the other day. Although his intelligence level is astonishingly high, I should say that there are certain worrying problems as regards his psychological health. There are indications of mental disturbance, including emotional instability, paranoia, and also... But just hang on, Professor. By test, surely you don't mean that stupid double Dutch you had him fill out the other day? Jenkins, you're out of line. You think those tests can tell you anything about him? It was one thing that Ash isn't. It's crazy. It may very well be you're right, Inspector, but to ascertain that, we'll have to transfer him to the requisite facilities for further evaluation. What? Inspector, Ash Lynx is being transferred to a federal mental health center. Federal mental? What do you mean? It's a place where mentally disturbed suspects are kept for treatment and observation. If this youth's offences are found to stem from psychiatric disorder, he might be kept under supervision, and he needs to receive the appropriate diagnosis and treatment. That's his right, after all. Everything clear, Inspector? Unfortunately, Jenkins, our role in the investigation is over. When is he being moved to the centre? Today, if possible. We've already secured the permission of his attending physician. What? Today? We're taking care of it, so your men don't have to be involved. Thank you for your time. But wait, I don't... Jenkins, you stay here. I need to talk to you. Bachai is at the hospital. If we don't tell him what's happening, that's what we have phones for. Now leave the feds to their business and butt out already. Ow, my nose. But sir, this just doesn't make any sense. Ash Lynx is not mentally unstable. This has got to be some kind of, whether the kid is mentally stable or not. It's beside the point. This issue concerns us. This issue that concerns us is that he's a highly dangerous criminal. Thanks to the violence of the past couple of months, we've got the media and the citizens groups breathing down our necks, all because that maniac's been making coroners work overtime. Now, on top of everything else, we've got the feds nosing around. And Jenkins, the way you're taking this, I'd think you were the kid's goddamn shyster. Maybe I did get a little emotional just now. He's committed serious crimes, and in my view, no crime can be simply ignored. I'm not saying I'm trying to defend him or justify him in any way. I hope not. What's wrong with you? You're a cop, for God's sake. Look, what this comes down to is a very unfortunate series of incidents caused by a bunch of impressionable young punks committing mayhem under the influence of a very disturbed individual. But enough already! I have zero interest in arguing this case with you any further, understood? I've just told you what the official report is going to say, and that's that. If the FBI wants to come in and clean up this mess, well, that's fine by me. I don't want you involved in this case in any capacity, and that's an order. You got that? You give me any more grief over this kid, I'll make sure you regret it. You know, I don't believe it. You sure you didn't crib this out of Stephen King? U.S. intelligence of agencies trying to develop mind control techniques. That's not fiction. All that stuff that came out after Watergate. The Church Committee had a page after page on this in the 70s, and as early as the Korean War, the CIA was testing LSD to observe its effects on personality and memory. Wasn't there a real thing about it, if I remember correctly? Hold up a second. Isn't MK Ultra? Yeah, mind control. No, let's go to Wikipedia quickly. Oh, let's actually go to definition. MK Ultra. Not NK Ultra. MK Ultra. Oh, god damn it. MK Ultra. Nope. Okay, so let's go. Wikipedia is a really terrible place to go to. Never go to Wikipedia for anything, but I don't know if I'm actually right. Oh god, no, that's the wrong one. Jesus Christ. MK Ultra. No. We'll get there eventually. Right, Project MK Ultra is also called CIA Mind Control Program. It's a code name given to primitive experiments on human subjects that were designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, and which were at times illegal. Experiments on humans were intended to identify and develop drugs and procedures that could be used in interrogation in order to weaken the individual and force confessions through mind control. The project was organized through official scientific intelligence, and CIA coordinated. The United States Army Biological Warfare Laboratories, codenamed for drugs-related experiments, were Project Bluebird and Project. Yeah, so I was right. It was in fact MK Ultra. So I say I could have sworn it's a real thing based off that. Projects Derby Hat, Third Chance, Blue. Oh, it's right there. I was like, boy, I'm onto something here. It's MK Ultra's right there. Yeah, it's MK Ultra basically. Bluebird, Artichoke, MK Ultra. The list goes on and on. It was a thing developed in the 70s, if I remember correctly, which is just right there, but still. The Cold War just fed the paranoia. The CIA got scared. The communists could brainwash anyone into doing anything. The POWs came back from North Korea, entirely different people. All American boys were now calling themselves war criminals, denouncing US policy in Asia. It was those kind of incidents that inspired novels like the Manchurian Candidate. There we go. One of the things that I should always note that one of my disciplines, like in the university, like during the last year, was actually looking at 1950s, 1970s, like paranoia cinema, because it's so freaking cool. Like the whole entire thing is very fascinating. How America was like, it's not cool what's going on, but the way they explored the entire concepts of what could happen if, say, like chemical warfare were to break out or something like that is actually very interesting. The same thing then went into the 70s with like Manchurian Candidate. Oh, is it Parallax View as well? I believe it's films like that were very heavily explored in those kind of eras. It's actually a very interesting kind of time in cinema. Actually, I want to actually look at something that's actually very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna have to talk of my interest in paranoia cinema. It's actually carrying on. So the CIA tried to see if they could do the same thing officially. Their experiment ended in 1956. Unofficially, it continued into Vietnam, where at least a dozen occasions, not only Viet Cong prisoners, but our own troops were secretly administered experimental psychoactive drugs, until they found what they were looking for, the chemical key to Pandora's box. You mean that banana boat, or whatever it was, banana fish, and that eventually ties into last year's murder of Senator Peter Groteflesh. And so, what do you want from me? A contract. I'm asking you to give Max Lober the protection of your magazine. He's safe under your master hand. This story is his. If we put his information together with mine, we might be able to uncover a huge conspiracy, or we might end up a national laughingstock. Let me put it this way, Mr. Rogers. Would you prefer we expose, say, the Times or Post to that risk instead? Lobo, ready to sign some papers? All right. One thing though. The Times and the Post I don't care about. And you try and take this story to the Time, though it ain't gonna be no man in black that takes you out. Newsweek? Wow, impressed. But what made you want to give up being freelance? Freelancers don't get to interview Dino Golzine, huh? That's not entirely a joke. It's just a matter of the best way to reach a goal. There are limits to what I can accomplish as a freelancer, but carrying Newsweek credentials opens a lot of doors. Speaking of which, I'd like to be granted an interview with Ash Link's Detective Dickinson. How about it? Sorry, Max, it's completely off limits to the media. Even big shots like you don't take it personally. Come on, Charlie. Hey, you pull out your press card. I got to show you my badge. All right, I guess I'll call it a day for now. But you know, don't take your eyes off of him, okay? He isn't safe here. You understand that now, right? Yeah, that I do. I'll see you then. Excuse me, Detective Dickinson? Yes. Agent McMurphy, Federal Bureau of Investigation. This case is now under FBI jurisdiction. Ash Links is being transferred to Federal Mental Health Center for questioning. Where is he? What? I think I just told you. He is in the room behind you. Hold on. I haven't been informed this. I'm going to check with the station. Just don't do anything until I get back, alright? 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Well, we've got him in a tizzy. Come on. Let's get this show on the road. Hi, Ash Links. It's a pleasure to meet. It's a pleasure for both of us. We're from the FBI. So, it seems we've taken over the investigation. Custody of your person has been remanded to the Federal Mental Health Center. Remanded to the Federal Mental Health Center. Can we count on your cooperation? What's going on? Why are the feds getting involved now? We've had Ash for weeks. And when's he unstable? Who said that was one of the? Whoever said that's the one who's insane? In fact, this whole thing is insane. I'm with you on that, Charlie. Just calm down. Give me that, Charlie. It's me. Just stay out of their way and let them do what they want. We're no longer involved in this case. But what's going on, sir? I mean, it's on our own beat, our own. Charlie, hand them over the kid, then get back here and report. I'm sick of this crap. Don't do it now, or I'll have you in front of the board for review. He's seriously injured. You're making him walk? Prison's own request. From what I heard, he was well enough to wrestle his nurse the other day. You know he's a killer. A killer? Wow, we never met one before, but don't worry. We'll try not to make him feel self-conscious. What the? It's not your fault, Charlie. Don't get so upset. Where's the wisdom from a teenage perp? He must make the NYPD proud. Yeah, New York's finest. Though tough but tender, it comes to young persons gone wrong. Hey, if you think I'm going to take that, detective, don't, sir. Bye-bye, detective. Damn it! Someone tell me this. If this makes any sense, huh? Just tell me if it makes any sense. What again? Yes, he got out when the valet opened the door to bring him his meal, and then managed to pin him down and administer a sedative. He's asleep now. How many escape attempts have been thus far? 3. First, there was those supposed stomach pains, and then, of course, second, the heirloom, Yongzhen Bowl he smashed over the previous valet's head. Huh. That boy has more spirit than I credit him for. Muscle lung. Ash left the hospital. Pardon the bracelets and blindfold, Ash. But like the detective said, you merit precautions. They'll come off when the ride's over. Hey, no problem. Keeps me having to look at you. I do actually have a Miami list. Sorry, I didn't actually say anything beforehand. If you hop over to my YouTube, I think it's there. If I haven't removed the actual link. Oh, you hear that, man? He doesn't. He don't like your face. My face? You check your mirror lately. Every chance I get. We left the back entrance hospital and immediately turned right. Kept going and then turned left, then right again, which means we're heading north. I smelled the water, Hudson or the East River. Bridge, George Washington Bridge. It's going to be New Jersey then. Not much for stimulating conversations, Ash. The way we heard it, you're some kind of boy genius. You sure can't tell people by their looks. I can. And you sure as hell don't look like FBI agents. Ralph Lauren suits, Calvin Klein tie, Salvatore Ferragamo shoes, Ferragamo shoes. Someone should have told you. You already meet the feds who dress that well. Maybe we heard right about this kid. Step down. Trees. We left the city over an hour ago. Could be any number of places. Welcome, Ash. I'm Dr. Mannerheim, the director of this facility. You're very pale. My apologies for the rough handling you received. You sure? Are you sure? Are you seriously injured after all? You are seriously injured after all. Healing your wounds will be our first priority. We're very pleased to have you here. Pleased? Of course. You are now my patient. You're now our patient here. We'll be doing everything in our power to bring you to full recovery, but we need complete cooperation for that. What kind of cooperation? Complete. You're absolute compliant to everything you're asked to do. Resistance on your part won't do either of one of us any good. So you're the law here, exactly. Well, let me say it's a strange place you have. Why aren't there any windows? So there aren't any distractions for our patients. It's important, you see, that you grasp the special nature of this institution. And that surveillance camera? No privacy for the patients either. No. Don't mince your words, do you? That's right. I value reason and directness. You understand soon enough. Understand what? Why? Just how great use you can be to us, Ash. Charlie. What do I... Hey Max, what do you want, pal? What do I want? I was just at the hospital. What the hell's the meaning of this? Is it true that Ash was sent off to a mental hospital? That's mental health center, Max. Whatever. If FBI suddenly shows up, flash their shields around and march him in an ambulance. You still remember? But why you want to make a federal case of it? They already did. Those two suits. Holy crap, did I screw up as usual? Why did I stay here there? Why'd you let them, huh? Why'd you just stand by and let them take him? I told you he wasn't safe there. I asked you to look after him. What the hell was I supposed to do? It's a freaking FBI. There wasn't nothing I could do. The chief himself told me to hand the kid over to him. Well, what was I gonna say? To hell with you, Max. The NYPD isn't the FBI. The NYPD isn't the FBI's goddamn errand boy. Hey, what you doing? Need a chaser, Charlie. Hey, cut it out. Need to wake you up, moron. Listen up, Boy Scout. Remember you wanted to know why I quit being a cop? Well, time to tell. Back when I was walking a beat, I got a tip off of a big drug deal about to go down and report it to my boss. So did the guy get hauled in? The hell he did. Vanished without a trace. Junk money, guns, everything. Well, now, how did he know? You guessed it. He's been paying off my boss for years. He had a bedridden wife and 3 growing kids. He really needed the money. Though I was out of Nam. Army was full of crooked NCOs and officers dealing drugs there. But this guy had always been a good cop. I looked up to him the way you respect Inspector Jenkins. But what happened was when I refused to join when I refused to join his racket, he tried to kill me. We made a deal after I broke. his goddamn jaw. I quit the force. He made a deal after I broke his goddamn jaw. I quit the force. So stop acting like you're the only one who's ever gotten hurt over crap like this. You hear me? I'm gonna let you try and dry out now, okay? But tomorrow morning you wake up and you snap out of it. The real world's uglier than you think, Charlie. Grow up and face the facts. Max, wait up, Max. Max, what? You okay, man? Probably because of that 100-yard dash you just did. I'm sorry, Max. I'm fine now. I'm okay. Really? Can you walk? Yeah. Right to an all-night dry cleaners, I'd say. Federal Mental Health Center, New Jersey District. Hello? My name is George Scott. I'm an attorney. I want to schedule a meeting with a client of mine who's currently being held at the facility. Yes, I believe he was checked in there today. My client's name is Ash Lynx. Would you like me to spell it? Oh, alright. Yes, that's right. Tomorrow, if possible. I see. 1 p.m. Day after tomorrow is fine, thank you. It was pretty easy, huh? Whoever they are, they haven't figured out how to keep the inmates council away. At least he seems to be alright. What's our next move, Max? I'm not sure. First, I have to go and see the real George Scott tomorrow. He'll go along with this. It's gonna be tough, but we just have to play it through. A mental hospital. What are they going to do, you think? I don't know. I can't believe you had the brass to show up your face in my office. You Judas. Come on, George. Old bygones, eh? You know I feel bad for what happened. You feel bad, huh? I took care of your case and trusted you, and instead of trusting me, you jumped bail. You know how that makes me look. Not to mention Phil. Double cross. Never represent a friend. That's what they told me at the Brooklyn Law. Oh, why did I not listen? George, I ran away because I had no choice. I would have been killed. It's God's own truth, George. You got to believe me. You believe you? After all you've... George Scott, what? It's for you, huh? For you, Max. You gotta run away again or take the call. Am I your legal secretary now too? Hello? Oh, Charlie, Max, you got a TV over there. Turn it on to NBC. Huh? What? Just turn on the TV. NBC News right now. George, I heard the whole thing. That's the worst fake voice ever. Supposed to be an ethno merman. TV's on the shelf behind you. Said to be regarded as the prime suspect behind the bloody campaign of gang warfare, whose massacres have rocked New York City. Ash was behind all those killings. Shh. Ash Lynx, 18, was being treated for severe injuries at St. Thomas Medical Center, but it has now been confirmed that following his transfer early this morning to federal custody, he died. What? Await autopsy to determine exact cause of. But Lynx's wounds have been described as serious, and the spokesperson said, "How? Kane! Oh man, Kane! TV says Ash is dead. Huh? Sing, hurry! We're headed after what tabloids term the death train, full of slain rival gang members, arrived at Coney Island, assaulted that shocked even had recovered sufficiently to be transferred to a higher security federal mental health facility. According to an FBI source, his condition took a sudden turn for the worse, and he died at the facility in the early hours of this morning. Questions remain concerning determining exact cause, but Lynx's wounds have been described as serious and... What? Authorities, fearing further revenge killings among youth gangs following Lynx's death, have announced they will step up patrols. His condition took a sudden turn for the worse, and he died at the facility early hours this morning. Determined the exact cause, but Lynx's wounds have been determined as serious, and as a spokesperson said, that complications from... He died this morning? He died? It's believed that complications... He died. And there we go, volume 9. Yeah, so I guess this whole entire volume, again, it highlights the whole entire aspect of Age's kind of character. Age's character in the narrative up to this whole entire point has been both a saviour and a kind of a Achilles heel for Ash's character. it's very evident that they're actually trying to go for the whole entire concept, and actually is very well shown. But it's shown in such a way that even though he's there being his Achilles heel, he's his savior. I understand that's an audience. And it's actually kind of perfectly shown that without AG there, this whole entire thing would have broken apart for Ash's character. He might not be able to actually kind of carry on. Theoretically speaking, with AG there, it's his ability to actually kind of push on, to actually not be able to give up. So we don't know, say, the volume that explored the point in which Ash cries to AG. We don't know. If that didn't happen, Ash might have given up and actually said, well, there's no point me doing this. I can't live. But practically speaking, AG being there in some capacity is actually kind of his way of kind of saying that he's got a place to go when he's out of here. So practically speaking, it's his actual way to keep on going. So even though the manga doesn't really always kind of allude to the fact that maybe AG is his Achilles heel, he's also his kind of savior, because it was actually kind of shown in the scene in which Arthur managed to actually kind of stab Ash, but then it also doesn't really then show that Ash managed to actually kind of one up Arthur's character. So it's one of those things that kind of perfectly encapsulates the actual kind of dichotomy there. But then it's also explored later on when Lee actually says that, look, you are his Achilles heel, you are useless to him at this point. But at this point in the narrative, it's actually one of those things that you can understand that AG is going to slowly rise up beyond the actual point at where he is now. AG just needs that kind of push at this point. It actually is kind of slowly coming through to his character. And again, it kind of doesn't really also show how much resilient character Ash is as a person as well. Ash is a very resilient character. He's a person that always kind of doesn't give up. He's a character actually, even when things are getting really, really tough for his character, he always just keeps on pushing through. And you kind of do respect that about him. He's not a character that just kind of, even though we understand that possibly maybe there might be the point we might have given up, but he won't go down without a fight. There's always that fighting spirit within him. You always respect that about him, to be honest. That he's always this character that just won't give up. And I actually always kind of liked following his manga because of it. Because even though when these things are kind of happening, he's not a character to kind of just fall through. He's always going to be kind of going forward and actually kind of doing something that actually might actually kind of impede him further, but also might actually be his way out. But yeah, I mean, probably what we might do now is hopefully, and I think should actually arise, we should be able to cover a volume each day, and actually probably get up to the whole entire point of volume 15 by the end of the week, I hope. And then possibly by the end of it, and possibly by the end of next week, like the end of like Sunday, we might be able to actually get this manga finished. So yeah, with all that said, indeed been the drive. Actually, have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, you want to a bit longer, then do indeed leave a like on YouTube, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube, actually want to spend longer, then do indeed leave a sub on YouTube, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, you want to spend a bit longer, then do indeed leave a follow on Twitter, or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams are live streams I do as well. But until next time, volume 10 of Banana Fish. See you guys later. Bye for now.